Hello, this is Dwight Norris of Fishing at Work, and today we're on the Charles River, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the weather and the current situation I'm in. Now that it seems that fall has really come into play and the cold weather's coming in, the fish have started to migrate and made a movement. I've noticed recently, beforehand, that there was Cyanobacteria and there was a large weed bloom. All the weeds growing at the bottom is so thick you can't even see through it, you can't cast through it. Throw jigs in there, ain't nothing biting. You might see a cormorant come up with like an eel or something, but nothing really going on. Now I was really hoping on the crappie coming into the shore, which you normally do during the fall in this area. As you saw earlier when I first started this this channel, this website, this whole thing of fishing at work, one of the first fish I caught was a black crappie. I was astonished. I didn't even know they were even in the Charles River, but they are, and apparently they're prominent. I can see behind me, there's an old Grady White, my friend's dad actually owns a 25-footer too, and he always said, I need to get myself a bimini top so I can get away from the sun and all the other elements, and also it would be nice to have a bathroom in the boat as well. Therefore, you can not have to hop on shore or, lean over the back of that motor. I know you've all been there. You can't do number two, but number one works. Number two, this is what you need right here. The bare minimum. If you're out in the ocean or anywhere far away from shore or facilities. But I want to talk about, hey, where have all the fish gone? And I'll tell you, they've gone somewhere where I need one of those, or a smaller version. But as you see, there's a few whitecaps out here. It's a little windy, and it's it's actually 59 degrees, and after you get used to it, it's okay. But when you're coming from 80 degree days and it goes down 20 or more degrees, it feels like it's freezing. It stinks. You're like, holy crap, here comes winter. Forget fall. That's all done. We're gonna skip all that and go straight to the winter. But as I've seen from the natural, call it El Nino, some kind of cyclical something that they guess what the weather's going to be like. It says it's going to be a warmer than average winter, specifically for the southeast. Pretty much anywhere south of Virginia and east of, Kentucky. Anyway, we can look at that up on weatherchannel.com, but I wanted to talk about the areas that maybe I should figure out how to fish. And if I had a boat, I could get there. One is bridges. You see this bridge behind me? Depending on the tide and the way the water is actually moving, you can actually place yourself on either side of the columns, and in that water that doesn't have as much flow, that's actually where the forage will actually congregate. And there, like I said previously when I was talking about the great advice that Greg Miner of Charles River Outdoor Company provided on all of his videos from the past and the current, that's where you need to go. You need to work those places for a good amount of time. One spot might come up dead and you throw to the other side of that column and there's like 10 fish there. You never know. It really depends on what's happening in the water, the clarity, with the actual current, what tide it is, because this is we call it tidal water. It's brackish water. The ocean is just right there, like right there. And on this side you have another bridge. It's a BU bridge, there's a Longfellow bridge, there's several bridges, and those bridge columns hold a multitude of bass once it starts getting cold, and also during the heat of the summer. There's bridge pilings under it, there's hidden structure, and hitting the corners of them where they actually meet the land. Those little corners are a great place to actually catch those fish. There's also out in this right in this area right here, all the way up to the Boston Science Museum, which is basically right there, that little point. You can hit some deep water humps. I'm talking like 20 plus feet. There's humps that come up where fish will congregate, because just like largemouth bass, they like sitting on a structure. And if there's no structure around, they'll look for any change in depth, any humps, any holes, anything to maybe help them hide or ambush. That's basically all they do in their life. They're either hiding from something that's bigger, gotta get out of here, or they're like trying to ambush something from the side. I'm gonna hide over here, and boom, pop out of nowhere. If that's not available, they're either chasing forage on the top of the water, or they're not there. that's just the way it is. They need structure, they need ambush points, they need places to hide, or they're just chasing after things like the striped bass do when the blue herring run comes through here in early May. Actually, it's sometimes even late April. I think this year it was late April. It's because of the water temperature was really high. So, you know, here's somebody's boat. We're right in the Esplanade. If you're wondering where I am, here's the Esplanade. Somebody's big head. I think he's a smart guy or something. And here's somebody's boat. They just tied it up and left it. People are taking pictures of it. They're like trying to hop inside, you know, dumb things. Anyway, it's a pretty cool boat. I wouldn't mind having one similar, maybe a little bigger actually. But I like some Grady Whites. I spent most of my young career on a Grady White 25 footer, and it served its purpose very well. And if you look at one of my recent posts about Virginia fishing, what is that video? You'll see me on that Grady White going down the river, and it's pretty awesome. But back to catching the fish. The fish will actually come back into the shallows once the fall has kind of like gone off this rise and fall, and now it's starting to get steady. It's like 55 degrees for like the next 10 days, says weatherchannel.com. Now I hope the fish will come back in. The wind has been ripping for like a week. You can hear it now. And let me tell you, when you don't have the right line, you get tangles all the time. The way I want to throw it near the structure actually requires me to throw it into the wind most of the time, which stinks. So I end up wasting my time getting tangles out rather than catching fish. And just the plain fact that I can't really see anything here is also a problem. So having a boat would be great, but in terms of work, fishing at work, it's a little tough on time. Maybe you have 20 minutes, maybe you have half an hour, maybe you have a car or your own transportation, and you can go somewhere where you can actually lock up your boat and hop on it, get your fishing done, and go back. That would be optimal. I'm not in a completely optimal place, but I do have access to a river that's brackish water and also the ocean if I so choose. Now every day is not always the same. Some days I have less time, some days I have more time, but I always have time. And if I actually plan to have time, I'll have more of it. The days I don't plan are the days I don't have time. So remember, you need to plan if you want to fish. I think I was going to say like a rhyme there. Well, I was thinking of a rhyme, but it didn't actually come out, so I scrapped that. Anyway, what I'm thinking about now, can I do anything about it? Not really. I can actually travel down with my bike to that river, that actual bridge, and work it a little bit, but I realized that if I took a T there, which takes like 5 minutes, you know, fantastic. There's no steps down. It actually is blocked by the roadway that you always see me by fishing over there. I would have to find a way to Superman jump over top of that and get to the bike path. Or I can have my bike and then actually ride it there. Now that's cooler. I can do that with my clothes on, get there, get back, and not be sweating. But in the heat of summer, that would have been a problem. So this is just another reason that I should go and do my commute fishing, which I don't think anybody has ever really, well, no, that's not wrong. I have seen one person do it, and that was the catfish and carp guy in Virginia. I'm like, Virginia? Dude, you probably like lived like not far away from me when I was a kid, or when I was growing up. I'm from Virginia, so that was pretty cool seeing him. I should really contact him. He might be interested in what I'm doing, or who knows. I always like meeting like-minded individuals and always want to collaborate and learn, because I don't know anything about carp. Nothing at all. But why not? It's cool. So this is the White Norris Fishing at Work, signing out.